All right, so good to have each and every one of you on today's call. Pretty excited. It's been an amazing week so far, amazing week of greatness. How many of you have made money this week? How many of you have made money this week with the price trap strategy? Drop in some sevens on the chat box. If you have made money, if you've not made money, don't drop in 7. If you've made money with the price trap strategy this week, drop in 7. Right? I'm going to pick up my chat box right here. We are blessed and we are big. We are blessed and we are big. Are you trying to tease us? No, I'm not. I'm not trying to tease you. Why would I? Try to tease you? How do you mean? How do you mean I'm trying to tease you, man? Okay, because I asked if you've made money, you should. Because I said if you've made money, drop in 7. Oh, some of you miss both trades. You miss both trades. Both trades. I believe so far we are up we're up about 5%. What's this? We're up about 5% for the week. Yes, and we have a trade ongoing. We're up about 5%. And those of you missing trades, those of you missing trades, I don't know what to say. For me, I'm up. I think I'm up about almost. I think I'm almost 7%. You can see my screen good. I think I'm almost 7%. I'm okay. I think I'm 7%. I'm almost 7% already. Yeah. So what do we have here? We have yeah, I'm in this state. I was supposed to give this state to you all, but we did not analyze it together, took it at that area. Price has literally done about, I think it has done about 60 pips. Yeah, did about 60 pips, but right now it's somewhere around there. And then before I sleep, I'm just going to bring my stop loss below this, what's it called? Below this support area. That's the amazing thing about price trap strategy. On USD/JPY, I was supposed to give a trade for a buy. I was supposed to give a trade for a buy, but I recognized my mentor is always my mentor. You guys had a sell trade already ongoing. And so giving a buy trade would have conflicted it, right? That is what it is. There was an entry here. There was also another entry, and you can see USD/JPY just breaking. I believe the first trade we took for this week was on USD/JPY, where we secured 30 pips on the first trade, and then we secured 90 pips on the second one. How many of you sniped that? How many of you made good money with that? It's crazy. That's about risking 2% to make 4%. That was really amazing. And it was straightforward. Right? It was straightforward. As a matter of fact, the reason why I told us to close the trade at that point was because I was expecting price to retest this previous zone. Did you see that? So there was a zone right here, a support zone. And also, I say this is basic approach to Forex trading. Sorry, this is not basic. Everything I'm saying is a review. And I'm doing this review because I've not been able to meet up with my sessions because of our traveling, right? And our different programs we have scheduled, right? But I was expecting USD/JPY to come back to this zone to make a retest, and then we can take it for a sell. And as you can see, there was no retest at that area. Rather, price did a break, came back to retest that point, and moved up about 100 and it's done about 121 pips. But that's risking 1 ratio. That's 1:4. Risking 1% to make 4% right there. AUD card, we are all currently in this state. I believe everyone is still in this state. I'm skeptical about, I just hope during we took the first trade. First trade each take profit of 30 pips, right? I just hope during the close of the trading day, what's it called? The spread would not take us out on this trade for the second one. I know we have break even right there for the second trade, but I'm looking at AUD card dropping further by tomorrow over the middle of the night. GBP card, I didn't give anything on GBP card. That was also another amazing trade right there. Also on price tab. Euro USD was also amazing. Happened this morning. You can basically see that retest here. The retest was amazing. I saw the retest. I had 2 trades ongoing already. So I just turned a blind eye. I turned a blind eye to it. How many of you want to get yourself to that position where you start turning a blind eye to trades, even when they are ready? Put in a 1 on the chat box. It's crazy. Do you know the kind of discipline you need to do that? Let me know. Who wants to get to that point where you're turning a blind eye to a trade that you know is ready? Put in a 1 on the chat box. Right? It's a crazy level of discipline. It's a crazy level of discipline. But guess what? If you can, I say put in 1, somebody is putting in 0. I understand you don't want to get yourself to that level. Well, this is it. The market is like a buffet. It's like a buffet. Not like a buffet. I tend to use Yoruba pronunciation. It's like a buffet. Right? If you go for a buffet and you have everything, what happens? You vomit. We all need to get ourselves to that point where we turn a blind eye on some currency pairs. I turned a blind eye on GPP card. That literally did about how many pips? As you can see right here, this is almost about, if I think this is almost about, this did 93 pips. I turned a blind eye to this. I turned a blind eye to Euro USD. The Euro USD did about 75 pips. AUD USD was never ready. I don't even think I had binary option set up on this. And I turned a blind eye on USD JPY at these areas, which would have given me about 121 pips. Why? Because we had a trade for a sell. Right? So all I'm saying is this. I'm grateful that we've been able to figure it out by the grace of God. Figure it out in the sense that there's no need for each and every one of us to be everywhere. You don't need to be scattered everywhere. I just pick one currency pair. Like, just take a look at this. If for instance, USD JPY was the only thing we leveraged, ladies and gentlemen, you know that by just risking 2%, we would have been able to, we had this, we would have been able to take, we took 90 pips, about 100 pips from the first one, and then we would have taken, how many pips on the second one? We would have taken about, about 90 pips from the second one too. That's about 190 pips. Imagine, is that not enough to give you 5% for the entire week? In fact, that's more than 5%. At the moment, for everyone who leverages these 2 trade signals, you're 5% up. You took 4% on USD JPY, you've taken 1% on AUD card, and you still have one trade that is ongoing, risk-free. So what exactly are you looking out for if you can make 5% in the market every single week? That's pretty 20% for a month. 20% of $10,000 is about 2,000 US dollars. What job would pay you that? With the least effort, with the kind of effort you put into trading, what job would pay you $2,000 on a $10,000 leverage? Let me use that word. Right? Or if you had, imagine if you had $100,000, $100,000 funded account, that's literally just 20K, 20 grand a month. 20 grand a month. Somebody's asking me, how long ago did you find the zones? Focus, right? Focus. Ask the right questions. If you're asking me how long ago did I find the zone, you're missing out. You came into this session with that question. Just focus and listen to what I'm saying. Do you all understand what I'm saying? We have to get ourselves to the point where we start appreciating the little things. If you could do 2%, if you could do 3%, then we could do 4%. let's appreciate it. I'm not really concerned about the number of pips we make. I mean, as far as I'm concerned, 30 pips is a big deal, a huge deal. If it's not a big deal for you, then it means you have to leverage up. You have to come up. Right? You have to increase your leverage. Now let's take a few things. Let's observe a few things here. I'm going to use USDJ Pro as an example. Right? I'm going to use USDJ Pro as an example. So when I see a currency pair, what happens? Well, there's something I learned, and that's the reason why I'm leaving USDCHF trade. I'm going to leave that USDCHF trade for so long. Let me share with you something I picked up this. USDCHF, Wanda. Let me use Wanda. I have FXM money. Good. So this is USDCHF running. Clear the chart. Let me increase my chart. Good. Let's go straight to the weekly time frame. Let's go straight to the weekly time frame. What do you all see on the weekly time frame? I'm going to bring this back. Let's identify the previous reversal area. There's a reversal area on the weekly time frame, right? I'm going to put this as a red line, right? You can see even in the past, what happened? Price literally came to this spot, moved up, came to this spot as at December 2020, moved up. What happened there again? Do you all realize that USDCHF has a possibility of making this move all the way until it gets back to this point? That's about 1,191 pips. So you've identified this on the weekly time frame. It's going to pretty be the same thing on the daily time frame, right? Look at this. Did you see that? It's also going to be the same thing on the 4 hours time frame. This is top-down analysis. Mr. Kemby was talking about price trap 2.0 the other day. All right? This is USDCHF 4 hours. It's also going to be the same thing. There's also going to be a reversal there. Did you see that? That's a reversal right there to the upside. Right? So when I observe this on the weekly time frame, what do I need to do? The only thing I need to do is go on the 1 hour time frame. And guess what? If I was on the 1 hour time frame, I'll take this area. I'm going to take it off. Let's assume that this is where price was at the time. This is where price was at the time, exactly. Right? So I would have taken this area as a support, marking it up like that. I'm going to change this to something I can see. Mark it up like this, right? And then I would wait for a reaction from the upside. And I can see there's a reaction here. This is a reaction here. And then pick this one here, like this. Like this. Okay, sorry. I have to go pick up the line. Like this. Now, why exactly did I take this upside, this upper line? Well, notice this particular weak rejection here. It's exactly at the same spot. As you can see, it's also coincides with what we have here and what we have here. Right, so this would be my trap as far as USDCHF is concerned. Now, let's just go ahead and mark this up. I'm going to take this into infinity. Pick this up here again. Take this into infinity. Boom. Ladies and gentlemen, notice something here. Would you say there was a retest here, yes or no? There was a break of structure and there was a retest here. As small as it is. I don't want to waste so much time going to 15 minutes to confirm the retest. But there was a retest at this area, even on the 1 hour time frame. Yes or no? Let me know on the chat box. Was there a retest there? Yes or no? Even if you were going to work on 1 hour retest, there was a retest there. If I have to take it to 15 minutes, I might not be able to get it. So guess what? So let's say it was at the close of the candle. right? Not far from the zone, you took the trade. You reached 30 pips stop loss. This is your 30 pips stop loss right here. Guess what happened here? You'd have been able to use 30 pips to make how many pips? That's almost 48 pips right there. Price finally came down here to hit your break even. Came into the zone, but guess what? Did another retest here again. This is also another retest. And then you took this trade again at the close of the candle above, risking 30 pips right here to make how many pips? You'd have been able to leverage at least 62 pips on that before price finally comes back to hit your break even. And then guess what? It started moving up. Started moving up. Started moving up. Do you all see what I was able to identify? Now, literally just understand the patience this would have taken you, or the patience you'd have you would have needed to put into this for you to observe these entries. This strategy is crazy. It gives you that, it just puts you in that position of calmness. It puts you in that position of peace. It puts you in that position of allowing things play out the way they want to. Oh, so I wasn't supposed to use this too. This is the long position. Yeah. 30 pips, risking 30 pips. And the price came down about 27 pips, but didn't hit your stop loss. Right? And look at that, all the way it's been going up. Yes, you would have gotten a weak rejection. Yeah, your second trade would have gone out. Otherwise, you'd have been able to leverage this. But let me share with you something again. And this is something I said, I think last week during one of our sessions, that whenever a trade comes to hit your stop loss or your stop profits, right, just look out for another what? Consolidation. And so guess what? Price making its move to this upside. As a matter of fact, I think it did here first. Okay, they established a consolidation, established a support zone right here. Good. Your resistance would be this. Yeah. And yeah. Amazing setup. But you can only do all of this if you're focused on a currency pair at a given time. I'm not the kind of person that has a favorite pair. I work with any pair that is ready. But one thing I want to establish now, which is literally the reason why I'm having this session, one thing we should establish right now is that when we're on a pair, let's stay on a pair. Let's be focused on a pair. So understand how price came up to this point, came down to this point, and then guess what? It makes a break, comes back here to do a retest around this area. You know, even coming back here itself. Red candle came into the zone, green candle did not close above the zone. So still dropped down, came here. The retest here was at this particular area. Who agrees with me? This was the retest here. And then guess what happens again? Price at the close of the candle above, the candle that closed above, this is price doing its thing again. You reach 30 pips. You reach 30 pips to make another 54 pips. Finally, guess what? Price comes down to this place, moved up. You would have bought your stop profits below this support area. Moved up again, your stop profit below this area. Moved up again, your stop profit below this area. Moved up again, your stop profit below this area. You should still be in this trade, leveraging over about 71 pips. Look at how straightforward that is. The power of one currency pair at a given time. But if you have 3, 4, 5 setups marked up, the fact that you're dividing your focus on several pairs at a time would have given you the opportunity to just identify opportunities USDCHF would have given to you at the time. How many of you think this makes sense? Put in a 7 on the chat box. So that's that with USDCHF. I'm going to clear this chart. And I'm in that trade. I intend to hold on to the trade over the weekend. If it doesn't come back, I'm just going to move my stop profit somewhere there. AUD card. Good. Now, AUD card is also another amazing pair. AUD card, how many of you remember that we've been on AUD card since Tuesday? How many of you noticed that? Let me use Rwanda. Right? We've been on AUD CAD since Tuesday. So price literally established a support and a resistance. And guess what? Good. Let me show you all something. And this is the reason why I say you should be open-minded whenever you're trading. Trade with the trend, yes, but then be open-minded. Because if you're not open-minded and you're just focused on, the mistake most traders make today, even big traders, advanced traders, the mistake most people make is they just have a particular direction they are focusing on. AUD CAD is supposed to go for a buy, it will go for a buy. And guess what? They block the opportunity to see a sell position on the same pair because they have their eyes fixed on one direction. And I kind of like try to reason this matter in the sense that I'm like, are you going to pump the amount of money that will make this thing continue to go in the direction you want it to go? Or are you forgetting the fact that there are some people that are bigger than yourself that get to decide whichever way they want a currency pair to go at a particular time? Now, everybody look at AUD CAD. Let me clear this. If I take this to the weekly time frame, I want you all to look at something here. If I take this to the weekly time frame, ladies and gentlemen, what do we see? We see that there's a weak rejection here. Right? There's a weak rejection here. So guess what? If I bring this to the 1 day, to the daily time frame, did you see that? That's the weak rejection. If I bring this to the 4 hours time frame, let's start with 4 hours. Did you see that? This is a reversal. So at this particular point, the rationale every trader or most trader would have given to AUD CAD is that it's supposed to go for a reversal for a buy. On the 1 hour, it becomes clearer, isn't it? But guess what? What the price swap strategy gives you the opportunity to do is to just, yes, even though you're expecting it to go for a buy, why not just go ahead and be open-minded? Just mark it up like that, and then mark up a ceiling as well. Something like this, right? You draw the charts. And this is you literally waiting for price to react, and then you respond to it. Did you see this? And guess what? Because you're open-minded, price eventually does a break right here, makes a retest back to this zone, and then did you see the fall? Did you see that? Now, for anyone who has taken a position of a buy from this point, because they feel like, you know what? And that's the reason why I don't set pending orders. I'm going to get back to pending orders. Some of you offended me today. I give a trade signal of market execution. Some of you will take it on pending order. You set pending order for yourself, and I'm like, who are you listening to? Are you listening to me? Because if you're listening to me, I don't do pending orders. They just imagine somebody taking a pending order on this because, the person feels, when price got here, it moved up. When price got here, it moved up. When price got here, it moved up. Guess what? And then you take a pending order at this area, or you choose to buy, and then price starts dropping. Literally drops about 43 pips. With this move up, I don't know. I would let the market decide if it will move up. I can never be in the position to say that, because it did that. Yes, it did that in the past. It increases the probability that it will go up. But it doesn't bring certainty that it would go up. Do you all understand what I'm saying? Put in the 5 on the chat box. There's an higher chance, there's an higher probability that it would reverse to the upside because it did that in the past. But there's no certainty to that direction. There's no certainty to that move. And when there's no certainty, why don't you just put yourself in the position where you're open-minded? Right? And you can see, it literally did a break, did a retest, and then just dropped. Now, you know what somebody would say? Somebody who was expecting a buy would still say that, okay, you know what? I believe this thing will still go back up. Why you just focused on one direction? Why can't you just be open-minded to both directions? And that's why we're able to get into a UD card and we still have a trade running on that. Now, should I tell you something? Whatever happens here, guess what? Let's say, for instance, price comes down. If price keeps tanking, no problem. But then if I see a UD card make a move like this, if I see a UD card come back to this place like this, move up again, come back again, do you know what I'll do? I'll literally just put a price tab to this like this. That's it. Because that's another evidence of consolidation. How many of you appreciate what we're doing here? It's amazing, right? That's AUD. Did I just clear the? Okay, no, that's Rwanda. Right? USD JPY. Let's work on USD JPY. Let me show you something. It is USD JPY Rwanda. Have I worked on USD JPY? Okay, no, I've not. So look at USD JPY here, ladies and gentlemen. Now I'm going to show you something. From this spot, price did established a support area, a resistance area, sorry, and then a support area like this. Right? Made a break, did not do a retest back to the zone. But you all remember what I've told you about adaptation. Adaptation in the sense that, okay, because of this strong momentum, it's literally very, very uncommon for you to find price make this crazy move it's made here and then come back to the same zone to do a retest. You don't get that kind of move most times because this move is an institutional move. You see price making a big candle, a long candle, bearish candle like this. This is an institutional move. It's the banks. It's the major financial institutions that caused this move. And because they created this move, you don't expect an opposite move. More than 50% of the previous one. So guess what you would have done? Adaptation. Well, I can observe or I can identify that there's a previous support here, right? I could have this marked up like this, ladies and gentlemen. This is a previous support right here, right? So the body of the previous candle, this is a previous support here. So guess what? And again, you can only do this if you're focused on one pair. I've told you the power of adaptation. You don't miss out when you adapt. Guess what? This was a retest here. And you'd have been able to leverage this piece. Just risking 30 pips right here. To make how many pips? This tanked, literally. All the way to this point. Yeah. That brought your stop profit to this place and then price it your stop profit. That's about 219 pips. Did you see that? Well, that's not where I'm going to. I want you all to see something. So price would have given you that in that particular time. But this is where I'm going to. And I'm going to rub off this at this point in time to show you something. And so we observe that there's also a previous, this is also a consolidation here, right? This is price creating a level of support and a level of resistance. This is a consolidation. You mark this up like this. Did you see that? Look at the retest. This was the reason why we got into USD JPY at the beginning of this week. And we're able to leverage this piece. Right? We're able to leverage, reach 30 pips right here. To make how many pips? To make about 90 pips right here. Now, I told everyone to close the trade. You know why? Because this particular area here, that price did a break and did not do a retest. If price had done a retest in that area, we could have taken a sell backward. The price did not do a retest. And look at the amazing thing about price trap strategy. Instead of doing that retest for a sell, price literally broke the zone, came back to do a retest and moved up. Do you guys see the correlation? This same area where it was supposed to do a retest for a sell, when it broke, it didn't do a retest here to confirm the trade for a sell. Rather, it broke the zone, did a retest for a buy, gave you a confirmation, and then you'd have leveraged that piece to the upside. How many of you got value from this session? Right? How many of you got value from this session? I have it on my YouTube channel. Apparently, it's even on. It's on public. So anybody that have access to my YouTube channel would see this. How many of you got value? Let me know. Let me know in the chat box. Value, 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 value. Value, 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 value. Amazing, amazing, amazing. So guys, keep up with the good work. Just stay on one currency pair. Right? Stay on one currency pair. Just stay on one. Identify support and resistance. Let's look at GBP USD. And the amazing thing about this strategy is you use it to trade anything. So I was talking to a friend today and he told me, sir, is the only currency pair you trade? And I'm like, why do people ask that question? Have you made, see, I don't really understand. Man, we need to talk to ourselves. Let's have a conversation. Traders, let's have a conversation. Why are you running Elta Scatter? Looking for something that is very, very volatile and gives so much reward within the shortest frame of time. It's the reason why you have so many people trading indices, even when they are not mentally prepared. They don't have the mental blueprint to trade indices. It's the reason why you have so many people trading boom and crash, even when they are not mentally prepared to trade boom and crash. Have you made all the money there is to make on currency pairs? Have you? The same strategy I'm teaching is what I could leverage on US 30. I could leverage it on NAS 100. I could leverage it on XPS 500. I could leverage it on boom and crash and any other thing there is to be. But you won't see me do that. I trade volatility indexes with this strategy only because volatility are opened over the weekend. Not because I'm so crazy about the kind of volatility in those pairs. No. You are in the learning stage. Focus on a currency pair. Why somebody give me a currency pair? Let's look at the currency pair and see if this would not work. Any currency pair. Please don't give me. And it's also the reason why you have so many people trade gold. AU, thank you. AUD USD. I could tell every one of you to list different currency pairs for me, to even list the indices and everything you want to list. Right? So look at AU, look at AUD USD. Let's take a look at this. Good, I love this trend. But let's identify a consolidating market. Somebody sent something to the chat. AJ. Now I'm just going to work with AU. I'm looking for a consolidating market. Okay, good. I think I see something here. Yeah, I see something here. This is consolidation here, right? Up, that's the resistance. This is the support. Resistance and support. Why? Price did a break, did not do a retest, did a break, did not do a retest. Came down here, did a break, did not do a retest. Finally, price does a break. Break right here, did not come back into the zone to do a retest. Let's watch. Let's see if price ever came back to that zone. You see, when he came back into the zone, he still didn't do a retest. So let's go and look for another consolidation. Now look at this. This is also another one here. Right? As tiny as the candles are, do you see that you have more than 2 reversals there? So let's look at this. You tell me if this does not work, even on AUD USD. Ladies and gentlemen, was there a retest here or not? Yes or no? Was there any retest here? Yes or no? That's literally leveraging 30 pips here. The 30 pips stop loss would have been here. Good. 36 pips. Price came down here, established. Okay, no. Even when it established, when it hits 30 pips here, it established a support here. So that's you making 30 pips on that. And like I said previously, when price does this, just identify another level of consolidation. This is another level of consolidation here. When it ever hits your stop profit or your break even, just go ahead and identify a consolidation there. This is also another consolidation here. Break, retest. I could tell you without a shadow of doubt what day is. Okay, this is May 23. Let's go check on 15 minutes whether there was a retest here or not. Some people might crucify me and say, no, there was no retest there. Let's check. We check these both areas. So let's check 15 minutes. I believe there was a retest there. There would have been a retest in any of those two. Ladies and gentlemen, do you notice there was a retest here? And then the confirmation happened here, yes or no? Price came into this place. You see the green candle that closed above, inside of the zone. The confirmation was here, yes or no, ladies and gentlemen. I knew there was a retest there. I just wanted so it wouldn't be like so it wouldn't be like I just assumed. That's you leveraging about 40 pips right there. Right? Leveraging about another 40 pips there. And then finally, price comes back to hit your break even. What did I say when price hits your break even? Identify support and resistance. This is a support here. There's that support. This is a support here. And sorry, a resistance rather. This is a resistance here. This previous support. Mark this up like this. Ladies and gentlemen, was there a retest here? Yes or no? Was there a retest here? Yes or no? Just look at how you would have been leveraging this. 30 pips stop loss. How many pips would you have secured here? Let's say another 38 pips, 30 pips, basically. And then when price did all of this shakara, what would you have done? Identify another break and a retest, another support and resistance zone. Price did not break the support, so there was no pattern of higher high and higher low to show a confirmation of the trend. Right? There's no higher high or higher low to show a continuation of the trend. But you could have also watched out for a lower high, lower low. This is good. This is so good. Was there a retest here, ladies and gentlemen? Look closely before you say no. There was a retest there. Guess what? So it's time for you to start leveraging this for yourself. 30 pips stop loss. Why is the 30 pips take profit? Came back into the zone. Look at this. Look at this. This is also a retest here. Right? Short. 30 pips stop loss. How many pips take profit? Gave you about another 30 pips take profit. Yeah. Do you all see what I'm doing? I'm not saying there are no losses with this, right? But I'm telling you something. If you're focused on one currency pair at a time, you milk it. And you understand that there's literally no need for you to be jumping here and there. There's no reason for you to be jumping on boom and crash, US 30 indices. Don't misquote me. I'm not saying it's wrong to trade those stuff. I'm just saying that if you've not mentally developed yourself to trade volatile instruments in the market, don't go there. Don't go there. Just stay at your level. So guys, this will be the end of today's session. I hope you guys got value. Was it worth your time? And it's been almost 40 minutes of value. Was it worth your time, guys? And please, when I use the word guys, what do you advise us to do when we miss the trade call? When you miss the trade call, what do I advise you? You sit on your end, you wait for another trade call. It was well worth it. Excellent value. Good. Yes, sir. Yes, thank you. You're welcome. Excellent value. Good. Fantastic. So it's on my YouTube channel. You all go take a look at it. I'll see you all tomorrow. We have our 12 p.m. session tomorrow. I'm not going to miss that session for anything, by God's grace. But and I appreciate each and every one of you for jumping on the call. Let's keep going. Let's keep winning. Let's keep learning. And